DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. A first carry for Rachaad White. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
In motion left, Godwin. On second down, they'll run with White, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Godwin, the motion man. Play action now. Here's Mayfield on the move to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
First down, here's White. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is 2nd and 8. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we They've got a 3rd down and 3.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. We'll get this up to about the 44. Second down and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 now. Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
To the air goes Daniels. That's Samuel, caught left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Washington first. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Throwing now is Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? We're scoreless after one. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Daniels. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Daniels. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. Gay's kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They stay on the ground with White. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Shaquem Grant. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This is Homer. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Daniels now to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Daniels looking to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. Going on the ground with Homer. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Gay knocks this one through, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Regular.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. Powering his way forward, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
54's Mike.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Daniels. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st down, here's Daniels to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll run this with Homer. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now here's a throw that's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Travis Homer, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Mayfield down. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This is caught by McMillan. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
And again, it's Mayfield. Flushed out right. But I think the ball's out. And does Washington have it? They do. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. To the right side and caught by Sennett. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Daniels. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They go play action. Mayfield, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
45. Mike, 45.
Here's Mayfield. He'll find McMillan here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down throw for Mayfield. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mayfield looks to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. Mayfield, and the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, alert 33. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Hey, alert. Switch.
Now Mayfield. Forced out to his left. But that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Baker. Steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the eye.
Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
This has been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He sets to fire deep, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete. CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Commanders, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.